Hey guys, this is Sarah from CS Culinary, and today we are going to be doing a roasted poblano salsa. This is probably one of my favorite salsa recipes because it has a very charred and rustic flavor, and everyone that we've actually shared this with has really enjoyed it. So we are gonna get started now. So we're gonna be using tomatillos, regular, whatever kind of tomatoes you have, poblano peppers. Fresh jalapeno is completely optional, depends on how much heat you like and what flavors you want to build. Salt, cilantro, garlic, and pickled jalapeno peppers. So, say that 3 times, pickled jalapeno peppers, and you might not be able to say it the 4th time. So, these tomatillos, they are seasonal, but the grocery stores are pretty good at carrying these year-round. If you cannot find these, you might just need a little bit more lime, so don't stress if you can't find them because the poblanos are the star of this particular salsa. Also with these, if you cannot find these, depending on where you're at, you can use an Anaheim pepper or you can even use roasted green chili. I know some places have it fresh around June, July, August time, so if you can get your hands on that, that is a great substitute. I have a really small onion here, but if you're using a normal size onion, you're only going to need about half. I'm using about half of a lemon, 1 or 2 limes, depending on how much juice is in them. Like I said, this is optional. I literally have a handful of cilantro. For the garlic cloves, make sure you keep the skin on because we are going to be roasting these also. And if you don't have the skin on them, you're going to burn it and it's going to be bitter and not good. And so for the pickled jalapeno peppers, I actually reserved a little bit of juice. The juice is spicy and it contains the same flavor as the peppers, of course. So that's just another layer of flavor for this particular salsa. Through the power of editing. Okay guys, now we're really ready to get started, okay? So what I did, I just have the tomatoes and I have a non-stick skillet here. And so you can see I have my tomatoes. I left the tomatillos whole. And then I have my onion just roughly quartered, and then I have my garlic cloves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on the burner on medium-high heat, and it's going to char. And what that's going to do, it's also going to take some of the water that's in the veggies and help evaporate it out. That way you have a thicker, more concentrated salsa. So there's that. I'm probably not going to use this because my kids are wimps, and we just don't need it. So for the poblanos, I have them. I'm going to be doing this in my toaster oven. I know salsa is a favorite thing to eat during the summer, but whenever you're cooking and running your oven a lot in the summertime, your house gets hot. And I know that I don't enjoy my house being hot while I'm trying to cook, especially in the summertime. So I'm going to be using my toaster oven, and that's actually what you hear. I have it on the broil setting. So I'm just going to set this in there. And I'll be turning it, rotating it, so the skin gets nice and black and blistered. And then after it's black and blistered all over, I'm going to stick it in this Pyrex dish with a lid. And it's going to stay in there for about 15 minutes. And it's gonna steam, and when that's going to do, it's gonna help me take the skin off because the skin is tough and it will give the salsa a weird consistency. So I will do that, and then I will show you the process here in just a second. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys kind of the end process of what's happening here. So the garlic is almost done. Remember, we left the skin on because we want it to get that roasted flavor, and keeping the skin on helps it get soft and roast and develop its flavor without it turning bitter. So the way you know that your garlic is done is it'll get kind of squishy. So that one, they're almost done there. The tomatoes are really soft. They're charred on the bottom and the top. You can see that there, so those are about to go in the blender. All the rest of this develops some more flavor. The onions, let me grab a piece here, have a nice char on them too. So those are almost done, so we're really just waiting for the tomatillos. I'm going to show you one of these poblano peppers. It's almost time to flip it. So as you can see, it's getting blistered and black. And so I'm going to turn it, and it's going to do that on all sides. I did mention that I was doing those in the toaster oven. You can actually do them out on the grill. Say you're grilling some thighs or some brats or something, you want some chips and salsa to go along with it. You can do those on the grill and they have amazing flavor. They're really, really good. It would be the same process. You just char them and stick them in a container to steam them to get that skin loose, and then you peel it. Or you can even do it in the oven. I don't like doing it in the oven because it heats up the house so much. And I would just be doing those in the oven. So to me, it's just worth it just to stick them in the toaster oven. Or lastly, you can even do them right here on a gas grill. That's pretty easy too. But I am going to get this stuff off and into the blender and show you the next process. Okay guys, so let me show you what these poblanos look like after they have roasted, steamed, and I've cleaned them. So I took out the stem and the seeds and I rinsed them off and I pulled off that skin. The skin is really easy to pull off, especially if you let them sit for about 15 minutes. It's gonna come off super easy. And they tend to fall apart, so this is them. The funny thing about poblano peppers or ancho peppers is that sometimes they're hot and sometimes they're not. So you just have to, whenever you're adding them into your salsa, start with a little, because you can always add more spice if you need to, but you can't take it away. But if you do make it too spicy, add some more tomatoes and you'll be okay. So I'm going to actually start with a few of these. You can taste them if you would like. I'm going to add about half of what I had. I'm only going to start with about a third of what I put in here because, like I said, my kids are wimps, and if it's too hot, then they're not going to eat it. And I'm going to add a little bit of that juice. So I'm going to add a little bit of the lemon. This is a pretty big lemon, so I'm not going to add the entire thing. We're just going to add a little bit. But lemon's going to help bring out the flavor of everything. Whenever people are cooking, especially sauces, a lot of chefs add a little bit of lemon juice to help brighten up the flavor, especially if they don't want to add any more salt. We're going to do anywhere from 1 to 2 limes. That lime was not so juicy, so we're going to go ahead and add probably 1.5 limes. Oh, we'll just do 2. We'll just make it easy. Those aren't very juicy at all. I might actually have to pull out another lime. So the cool thing about this is make it your own. It's all about the flavors that you love. Use this recipe as a base, and if you don't love the poblano peppers and you prefer roasted jalapeno peppers, then do that. Or if you prefer a lot of lime or more garlic, or say you can't have salt, then just make it your own. That's the fun part about cooking. So I'm just gonna add a couple pinches of salt, Himalayan salt. If you have a Ross or a TJ Maxx or Home Goods near you, you can get a big container of this for like $8 or $9. Way better than shopping at the grocery store. So I am going to blend this up, and then I'm going to taste it, see if it needs a little bit more lemon, see if it needs a little bit more salt, and basically season to taste. Alright guys, so here is the finished salsa. It smells phenomenal. The whole house smells good. It's thick and it's chunky. I can smell everything that we put in it, and then I can also smell that layer of chard that we also did. One thing that I didn't mention earlier is if you have a little bit of the poblano pepper left over, along with some tomato, you can actually blend that up, throw some avocado, some salt, lime, and lemon in it, and you now have a spicy guac, and it is so good. That's a great dish to also share. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any recommendations or want to see any videos, just let me know. You can find me on Facebook at CS Culinary, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. I have to dig in now, sorry.
It's not good at all.